believe 299 was in the range.
Fuck me, man.
We would not be getting 71 calls if 299 was shooting.
I was in the range.
Then I'll be.
Woohoo!
Sorry to tell you.
Dispatch, J11 is 1042. How can I
Yeah?
Bill? Shut the fuck up.
What's up? What's up?
It's gonna be an investigative report. I didn't end up charging any of them because turns out they were actually wiped of all their guns and shit.
Really? These motherfuckers got pocket wiped by Vargos.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
embarrassing.
You wanna hear what else guns right here?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Let me hear what else.
I'm 100%. Better not take my slushies.
Yeah? No, I didn't take slushies.
Okay, you took body armor though. All right.
Yeah.
What happened though is it was class 2, and it was 4 people, is what they were saying. I don't know if I'll take the 4 people as accurate, but I'm pretty sure it might have been 2 class 2s because of the amount of bullet casings that were on
Vargos, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You got
guessing.
any DNA
most
back
likely.
to Vargos?
Nope, I need to run everything. Bundy has absolutely everything. I think it's in my trunk, so I'm gonna stay here for a little while and go through all the evidence I have.
Well, the 2 Vargos we were tracing earlier were Carlito and Santi, and Lionel Martinez, if you want.
Have you seen any of the other Vagos active around lately? Like, going around doing things?
Nah, just Santi and the other one.
So it could have been 2. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if 2 came in there with 2 class 2s.
Yeah,
They're
so I'm
exaggerating.
thinking we should raid them. Potentially.
Try and
We'll
get
see,
something
we'll see.
together. Yeah, I could try and get something together. See what's
I want to like butt fuck them so they never wake up in this city again. You know what I mean? Like I
Oh
just
my
want to get rid of them.
God. Oh my god.
Hunter, are you riding on your own or you still coming with me, right? Or,
Perfect. I can stay with AJ.
Yeah, where you at?
Yeah, get AJ. Get AJ. We'll teach you.
Right us around. What the
car's
fuck?
parked outside.
I'm just chilling right now. I'm trying
Come
to meet
talk to me.
people
Come
at
talk to
times,
me.
like-
I appreciate that.
You had
Fred.
some
do
issues,
you
huh?
think?
Earlier. You had some problems with me.
No, here, it's not even.
I
Calling
know.
me dog shit, man.
I heard through the
Saying I'm a
grapevine.
shit
I've
car.
never called.
Hey, Fred.
I don't. All right, look, I've never called you dog
Hey,
shit.
Fred,
or
when you get a
anything
second,
like
can I
that.
talk to you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've never called you dog shit or anything like that your entire career as a cop.
True, true.
It's as simple. I just don't want to see. All right, let's. All right, here, meet me in the middle here. All right.
Yeah.
Look, the PD's on the verge of something it's never been on the verge of, right? We have so many fucking units. Morale's at an all-time high and shit.
Yeah,
All right?
100%.
But what I'm worried about is if we do too much shit, right?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Someone's going to come down, crack down on all of us, and then we're going to be fucked getting beat down again.
Oh, 100%.
So I just
yeah.
the only thing is I don't give a fuck what goes on at a scene. Someone gets in a trunk, I don't give a fuck about that because that doesn't
Yeah.
put anyone, no hostages online, right? No lives are on the line if somebody decides to get in a trunk. In fact,
Yeah.
if you decide that's necessary, have them fucking do it.
No, I
But
get
let's
it.
just not
What
run
happened
into
at that
banks.
scene? Oh, when Clarkson ran into the back?
I just don't want to see anyone running into banks like that. Like, look here, I get it, man, right? And I think you know I get it. But we can't
Yeah.
have anyone running into banks because what if we do that shit to the wrong motherfucker?
Yeah, of course.
That's all. You know, it takes. All it takes is that one fucking time. You know what I mean? And I actually wanted to pick your brain real quick. Do you got a few minutes, or do you want to go out?
Yeah.
there?
No, let's talk. Me and you.
Yeah. Because I
Let's do
think
it.
that we can. I think that
Hey,
like right
I'm gonna
now,
go in from the right. If you're going north, I'm gonna go in from the right side of the alley. If
for PD in general. You know what I mean?
Sorry, the radio's so
That's
loud.
why I'm
Say that
trying to
again?
come around. I said I feel like right now is a major stepping stone and like
Oh,
start, like it's like a new
100%.
starting point.
No
for
one has
PD,
ever seen
right?
anything like this before in like the past 4 years. This is like
Yeah, it's
completely
so
fucking
different.
different. Mm-hmm.
So
I agree
like,
with you 100%.
here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, if we continue to like, I wanted to get your opinion on institute. All right, so let's agree that like can we agree that like cops like comms when we have like 10, 15 fucking units responding in 90s is kind of like fucking dog shit and like fucking.
Oh,
pointless?
100%. I think the problem also
I'm
is
thinking about
everyone wants to
what's
give
that?
their
Go ahead.
opinion at the same time during
Yeah,
the scene,
and that
no
fucks
one
shit
really
up
respects
even more.
the like. Yeah, exactly. The
Mhm.
scene leader or anything.
no one. Yeah, exactly. Because if I show up to a scene you're on, I'm never going to tell you what to do unless
No.
you pull out a gun and shoot a hostage.
Yeah,
All right.
of course. Unless you have to. Yeah.
But exactly, here's the thing. Or you do something that I think is severely wrong, which is never the case with you, if I'm being honest. Because
Yeah.
when you fucking get down to it, you're probably one of the most reliable officers in the field, easily.
Yeah,
Good
I mean, I
driver,
get like
good
I
shooter, and
do
you're good with the
sometimes let
people.
my SBS kind of take over
And
at
that's,
times.
and that's okay every once in a while.
Yeah,
You know what I
100%.
mean? Like
It's
I
not
get
like all
it,
the time.
but let's
This-
just like not all the time do that shit, right?
No, yeah, it's definitely with the right people as well. Like I know who I'm
Bingo.
and I fucking with and who I
Exactly.
shouldn't be fucking
But you
with.
know how? But let's not pretend like we don't know how some fucking cops are. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Some won't understand.
100%.
Some be like,
You
what the
don't- I
fuck is
don't
going
want
on?
you
Why
to
are they
put-
doing this shit?
I don't want you to have exactly. I don't want you to have any targets on your back, and then it's like I look like an enabler, like some dumb fuck too.
Yeah,
Which I
but
don't really give a fuck
see,
if people think I'm stupid. People
what
already
also
think
could
I'm
happen is,
stupid.
say if I do something like dumb and another officer sees it, they'll be like, oh, AJ did this, and then do it to the wrong person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So no, I get what you're saying.
So I want to get your opinion because tomorrow I might institute a limit to 90s until shots are fired. I think that might be the play. Is like bringing back that 8-man to a 90,
Yeah.
and then if shots are fired, people can swarm in. But one of the biggest issues we're having right now is the fucking radio traffic when you have 20+ officers. It's just fucking terrible.
But the one thing they do now is they go on separate channels for like 90s or like chases or anything like that.
I'm thinking of ways to try and make that simpler. I had this idea for like a Radio Zero channel that we have in our cars. So we have like a car radio for like public information and stuff, and then we have our emergency radios on our person, because that keeps things like you can always just turn your car radio off if you're in inactive, or you can just like fucking turn your personal radio off if you're doing some shit, talking to dispatch and getting plates and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, I think you're on the same page with me. Like
no,
on
I
a lot
think
of shit.
Out of all the like, I think me and you, I mean, we are kind of on the same level when it comes to stuff like this. We know, like, you know, what works, what doesn't work, the limits, the boundaries, and just having fun in general as well, you know?
Exactly.
Just
The
making
importance of
everyone
all
smooth.
that shit.
Mhm.
Exactly. I think this one of our biggest issues right now is the fucking just I think I'm gonna institute I'll let you know if I do it or not.
Yeah.
But I won't do it until tomorrow. But I might institute like an 8-cop limit to 90s moving forward. And I know that's probably gonna piss some fucking people off because they'll be like, you know, people are going to 90s and shit. It's like
well, I think maybe
that's just gonna be something that we'll deal with.
You know what? Maybe at least a Fleeca bank. At least maybe a limit on a Fleeca bank, and then Polito. I mean, Polito's the second biggest bank, right? So maybe maybe increase
whatever
it,
you think
so
is
maybe
best.
8 for a
How
Fleeca,
about
and then
this?
like I don't know, maybe 15 for a Polito, and then Volt just is good forever.
Do me a favor, because I know you're a guy that really likes that stuff. Like, try and institute like that shit and like control the officers and be like, okay, we already got 6 on
12.
scene, looking to get 1 or 2 more, and this is going to include Air 1, so count Air 1 as well with an eye in the sky, and then
Maybe 10 max,
bam, and then to see how it works out. Like, I'll let you know tomorrow because we line up pretty well towards the end of my shift, the start of yours and shit.
Oh
and
yeah, that works.
Whatever we talk about. Okay, but yeah, I just think a lot of things are happening for the PD like really quick. And we just got to be proactive. Otherwise, you know, who are they going to? They'll demote me from sheriff back to fucking officer.
No, of course,
And then they'll bring some dumb fuck in here that's all an SOP Andy pussy, and then we'll be fucked. And then PD will be back to barely anyone on duty.
True. What do you think about chases though? Like how many cars in a chase?
I think I don't see a problem with 3 or 4. If I'm being honest,
I think
I kind of like
just use their heads. You know, if it's like a shootout, then get as many as you want. If it's like
bingo,
a stolen car, I think honestly 3 is enough. If there's 4 in the vehicle, let's go 5 vehicles then. You know, like, it just depends on who's running the chase, which is what troopers do.
we gotta exactly. So it's like imagine like it's just a joyriding turned into a reckless evading. Okay, 3 units.
Yeah,
if it's a robbery at fucking Alta Street Apartments where there's been gun violence, like 4.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of like go from there. Like we deem the necessary as we see fit. Like if it's like a car with 4 motherfuckers in it with class 2 firearms, you know, probably up that shit and be like, okay, let's get more units involved in this shit. Air 1 and stuff like that.
No, 100%. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, how's your shift been?
Honestly, at the start, it was crazy a lot of banks, but now it's kind of slowed down a bit. It's actually slowed down quite a bit, so yeah.
You got a budget, right? You troopers got a budget, or do you guys need help?
I think we've got a 100K budget, to be honest. I don't know what we're using.
Well, that's
it on.
good. There's only
Still got
fucking
tons of
5 of
profit.
you motherfuckers anyway, so it doesn't matter. You guys.
We
are
have our
fine on
charges
that
coming in soon, so hopefully we can spend some on that. We should be good.
Yeah, dude. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, BCSO. I got like what 50, and I got like a $250,000 or some shit
Oh,
to work with
damn.
until I need to re-up on that.
There's a shit ton of you guys though.
Yeah, I'm saving most of it. I'm trying because I want to get bikes. I know that people
Yeah.
are gonna want fucking bikes, so I'm trying to get some of that shit when it comes around. And if a charger comes around, try and get one of them. But it really depends on the fucking cost.
Yeah, 100%. I think
I want Harleys. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I want Harley
What the
motorcycles.
fuck?
I was gonna say motorcycle.
Fucking
Oh, here we go.
Harley. Oh,
I
I
want
want
a
to say
fucking Harley,
motorcycle.
man.
Yeah, I'll work on that, Pred, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Just
540 marking
just
route.
get with me whenever. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Hunter. I'm just an email away for
No,
anything.
100. Yeah, 100%. We're always good like that.
100%. I'm literally just an email
I
away.
got you.
I think sometimes the way I say things can become like misconstrued, because I don't mean
Yeah.
to like be like, oh yeah, you're a fucking idiot or anything. But you know how things are at times.
Hey, sometimes it
think you
needs
don't
to be
do-
said, you know?
Yeah. But why don't
depends.
you if you feel like it, why don't you get back out there? You can take this fucking this fucking guy with you. if
Yo,
you want. I don't
appreciate
give a
that, man.
fuck.
Thank you so
Yeah, I
much.
got you.
Thank you.
All right, I got you,
Good
Pred.
shit.
All right, gotcha, man. I'll
All right,
catch
yeah,
you
just-
later. See you tomorrow.
Nice to see you, Pred.
See you guys
Bro,
out
what
there.
the fuck are you doing, huh?
What?
The fuck are you doing around here?
Hey!
What are you talking about?
You better
You
get
gonna
that
clean
fucking
this up?
mask back on. You better get that fucking bag back on
Hey,
your
don't
head.
put the bag
you
on.
fucking monster.
Oh!
What do you mean?
Get that fucking
What?
bag on.
God
Can I
damn.
tackle
on.
this? Can I tackle this? Or-
Yeah, go for
Technically,
it.
Divine's my superior.
Are you sure? Is that-
No,
Yeah.
don't fuck that up. Don't.
Oh, we
Stop.
Is that
gotta
an
get
order?
something on
No.
her.
Order,
Look at
fuck
her.
it up.
She's fucking gross. She's gonna scare people at traffic stops.
Stop, AJ!
I'd rather the lost.
Ah!
Why would you do this?
Why you clean this up? Now, what the fuck is this?
AJ, why would you do this? Work so hard.
Yeah, let me
on
talk
this.
to you. Now I get what
Me?
Pred's saying. I don't really like being SPS on cop either. All right, so me and Pred, we were talking, right? And he
Oh God.
seems like he has some trust in me with some soon to be SOPs, which would basically limit how many cops on a scene. So what I
Oh,
was
okay. This
thinking
is
is,
serious time. All right. Let
this
me
is
hear.
actually serious. 8 for a fleeker, 10 for a Polito, and then, I mean, you think unlimited for a Volt is too much?
Are you the one that,
Then again, it's the Volt. Maybe like
No,
50.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that the police are the only way to regulate any of these with what you're talking
299
about. I think your
Yeah.
mind is in the best place for it.
10-4.
I think that it should definitely be like you're talking like a tier.
A
I don't
tier,
know
100%.
the amount. If it's 6, 8, 10, or 6, 8 unlimited, I think that is a fucking great idea. But I still think it should be 6 officers, but I don't think it should be 6 cars.
See, that's where it comes
Because
into
the only
play.
exactly the only problem with 6 cars isn't going to be on your guys' end. I'm not worried about losing or someone's not going to be worried about losing the 6 cars. The problem you run into is out of those 6 cars, you're going to have that one fucking idiot who's going to hit that person head on and ruin the chase by doing something fucking stupid. So if it wants to be like 6 and 4,
Do you
8
think we
and-
should
8
limit
and
the
5,
cars?
8 and
But then
6.
I don't want cops stacking 4. Maybe we limit the cars, but then if you limit the cars,
limit the car, limit both. Limit both.
how about?
People
Oh, I've got an
could-
idea. You have to. Okay, so 8 fleeker minimum. The number of cars would be half of the amount of officers. So you have to have at least just maximum 4 cars. Does that make sense? And then if you're
Yes.
at Polito, maximum amount of cars would be 6, and then the Vault would be like whatever. Is 6 a
one
lot?
of these
No,
places,
6 is good, I think.
No, 6 is good. Every one of these places has a garage. Worst comes to worst, y'all throw that fucker in the garage, jump in another squad car. You're gonna have time, but right before the
The
bank
problem
hit.
is, like, I'll be real, okay? I'll be honest. And this, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be rude, but these, right now it's unlimited, but I feel like a lot of these cops just can't fucking drive.
They fucking suck.
They
which
actually
is
like
the only reason.
it's
The only reason I personally, if cops actually gave a shit about not hitting people heads on, I'd say bring as many fucking squad cars, because the reality is if I don't see you, Angel, or fucking Dan
like Dan or
Faley,
someone.
there's
Yeah.
no chance. There's no chance. Or Mac, there's no fucking chance. If there isn't a heli in the air, there's zero fucking chance. Especially with like a Dominator, there's just zero. So I support the idea of all these cars. It's just a matter of you, Pred, and Cornwood, or whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry, Mr. Cornwood Sheriff, whatever. As long as you guys make it very clear, you cannot hit people heads on, and understand where you're going to be at in the chase.
But the thing
Like,
is,
don't
the
just
limit
drive
wouldn't.
aimlessly.
The limit would go once shooting starts, which is also very key. So the limit would go on any of these if shooting starts, which is, I think, is fair.
100%. Once a bullet fires, fucking.
It's not RP pause. We're talking in character.
You know what
still.
I mean? Like, it should be. Like, I don't want to use the term waves, but it should be like once you shoot a bullet, shit's going to pop the fuck off. It shouldn't be like a, hey, let's hold out until all of them are down. It should be a, hey, let's hold out until we can open up ourselves a way out, and then get the fuck out of Dodge. But
I
then
also got to think, like, a lot of people are rats, man. Like, they come out of banks with two doors, or like, the thing is,
exactly,
that's another problem, because if you limit it to 4 cars, these motherfuckers split into two doors.
Agreed.
And then it kind of gets into like, and I mean, not motherfuckers, but you know what I mean, like, then there's only 2 cars chasing one. Yeah, exactly. So then it kind of gets difficult to like to manage.
You
I
should
guess.
it should be, honestly, you should have enough vehicles to where if someone goes in the tunnels, you can block off absolutely every entrance there. Because like it's impossible to get away, or it's impossible to catch me once I'm middle tunnels and you're at the start. Like, you're not catching me. Let's be honest.
No, if they're in the tunnels, then you kind of,
and then you throw a bike on top of that. Like, it's not hard to lose you guys. Now, when the heli's in the air, fuck a helicopter. I think 6 units, 8 units plus a helicopter is going to be absolute hell. But if it's just ground units, I mean, it's not going to change a damn thing, because 4 of those cars are going to be fucking shit drivers.
I think maybe for a Fleeker, 8. Okay, so 8 officers max, 6 cars max. That way, there's at least 3 units for each car, because they usually split into 2 cars, right? So that says 3 officers chasing 1 Dominator and 3 chasing another Dominator or whatever. And then on top of that, you can have heli. So 6 cars plus 1 heli. Is that, you think that's too much?
No, because a couple of those cars are going to be stacked, which is going to slow down the vehicle. Right?
True.
So you're honestly only going to have 3 or 4 cars who are going to be primarily chasing you. Then you're going to have the other cars that are going to be loaded up in case you shoot. So now there's 2 motherfuckers who are going to fuck you up.
Then again, I feel like people go to the tunnels because there's a heli. And people, so maybe...
That's 100%. You cannot lose a heli. You cannot lose a heli. If a heli's in the air, there's very few people in the city that it's not even about how good of a driver you are. It's about how many spaces or how many places you know that you could break the heli's ankles, which is very limited. Red parking garage, tunnels, and south side tunnels. Like, that's it. There's not very many places. So, but then again, if I was a criminal, I could just time how long that heli's in the air and know, okay, I need to last 2 or 3 or 4 more minutes and run the gas out. That just, you'd have to make that kind of the new quote unquote heli meta, if you may. You know what I mean?
I wonder if we get rid of the heli, will people start thinking of different plans without two doors and without all this fucking bikes, without like, doing all this like rat shit?
Increase ground units. You can have every fucking thing unlimited. Obviously, you won't. 8 or 6 units on the ground. And take the heli's gas and cut that shit in half. Cut the heli's gas in half. Keep the time it takes to fill it up, and increase the ground units. You will eliminate the rat shit going in the fucking tunnels, and it'll be more about losing you up top.
Because me and you, like, it would work for me and you, but I don't know if like the whole city would. I don't know, because like we can't just get rid of the heli and everyone starts doing rat shit, but then we can just bring it back. But I don't know if that's what they want. Because we also have to think about it from like the cops' point of view, right?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what, like, I'm not saying eliminate the heli. That's what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying reduce the amount of gas that's in the heli. Instead of being up in the air for I don't know how many minutes it is, cut that in half or by like 20-30%, just so if they're good enough at driving, they're not going to go into the tunnels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the tunnels is a big fucking problem. I hate it just as much as you do. Like, even, you know, if I was on the other side of that coin, I fucking hate the tunnels, man. I despise going in the fucking tunnels. But the only way to lose a heli is to get distance from you and then to go straight into the tunnels to guarantee that you're going to get away. So I think, in my opinion, that would be one of the better ways. I just don't know how else you would do it. But there's always going to be fucking rats. You know what I mean? You know, in my brain and the history, I remember this guy named Vlad, and he was the ultimate rat. And he was like the rat on a pedestal kind of rat, like Tarkov rat. And he'd always go in the tunnels. Like, you're not going to stop that unless you get, you know, some train conductors to put some gas barrels down there that motherfuckers will hit and blow the fuck up if they ain't careful.
Well, trains are coming back, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about everything and then probably just talk to Pred tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, if you need any more, like, opinions, just, you know, shoot
yeah,
me an
100%.
email. But I definitely think the increase of ground units is a good thing. But increase the ground units plus the heli, I think that might be harsh, if you may.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, just like you said, not everybody drives like us, and sure as fuck, not everybody cop-wise doesn't drive like you.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it from both perspectives. Like, if you really tried, I mean, solo in a car, someone else doing call-outs, and you drove after somebody, I've been on the other side of that coin. They're not losing you, bro. Like, they're not.
I mean, if I'm focused, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's maybe two or three people who can one-on-one halves it with you, and that one of them doesn't come to the city very much right now.
True.
And the other motherfucker is an Australian. Those are the only two that you really have to worry about. And three motherfuckers. And the other motherfuckers builds the cars we drive.
True.
So you know, it's hard. It's hard to.
And to be honest, like, as a cop, it is pretty easy to crash.
Very.
It's very easy to get juked. So, like, obviously, you don't want to make it too, like,
long straights into hard turns, and I'll lose 90% of this fucking force in any fucking car that there is, two-door wise. Like, and people, you know what the craziest part is? If you took every cop here, and you said, all right, I want you to take this corner, and then I want you to correct out of the corner. I bet you 90% of them don't even know how to correct their back end of their car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like counter steer. I bet you 90% of them don't know how to counter steer. So it is not fucking hard to lose these guys.
Maybe just say, I don't know if I even see more than 8 cops at a Fleeca bank, to be honest.
What is that?
I don't think I really see more than 8 cops at a Fleeca bank.
I don't even think we should be talking about. I think the Fleeca banks are like. I think it's more of like Fleeca
then again,
like,
Fleeca banks don't pay shit, is what all the criminals have been telling me.
Exactly. I think what you should really be concerned about is when the criminals go up a level as PD. What could we do to also go up a level to make them feel like, damn, this is something worse. You know what I mean? They hit Polito, they know they're about to hit some crazy shit. They hit the bank, yo, we better have a fucking plan, because if we don't, we are not getting away. There's gonna be every fucking cop in the city plus the army is gonna be on us if we hit Big Boy.
Once we get bikes, though, it'll be a lot easier, I think. Oh, I mean, a lot
Agreed.
like.
Oh yeah, going into the tunnels isn't gonna
people
be
would
shit
change
for
up
bikes.
their plans and shit.
But I also think you're gonna start getting people shooting more when you go into tunnels with bikes. Because you can't lose. You're not losing Mac on a bike.
So maybe you leave the heli for a Fleeca until we get bikes, and then once we have bikes, leave the heli for any Polito and the Vault and anything bigger. Maybe.
I don't think Snow will go for that.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. Snow going for that? No way. I don't think Snow will go for it. I don't think. I think Copper will be foot in, foot out, and I don't think like Forcer would hate that. I think there'd be a lot of cops that wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah, true. Maybe a heli stays for all banks.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think in the tsunamis that like Snow patrols, how many Fleecas that act, or how many fucking Plitos have ever even actually been hit?
The thing is, I feel like saying there's only a max of 8 cops at a Fleeca bank doesn't really change anything.
Nope, it doesn't.
Because there's already, I feel like I've never seen really more than 8 out of Fleeca.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, at the end of the day, this is something that's gonna be like more of a regulation for you guys than the criminals, because
Yeah.
it's very difficult. I don't think that you will actually have to worry about more cops being in the scene until this tsunami, because every other tsunami there's less of you guys. You know?
Yeah.
Southbound West Coast Boulevard.
I just think at the end of the day, this tsunami is gonna have to be treated differently because it's a whole different animal. At the end of the day.
Mm.
Right, southbound Marathon. Left, eastbound North Rockford. Southbound North Rockford Drive.
I don't know, man. It's hard to make people kind of understand, like, yo, don't go in the fucking tunnels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The burger shop continuing
But
westbound San Andreas.
there'll always be those people who it's like, all right, let's
Left,
fucking,
eastbound,
I really need to get paid.
Bay City
Okay,
Avenue.
let's fucking
Disregard
fight
southbound
at
Bay
the
City
tunnel
Avenue.
and get the fuck out of here.
Primary requesting permission for pit. We're heading towards the water here.
I believe Ripley's the leading officer here.
Pit denied.
Left, eastbound Palomino Avenue.
You know what? I feel like
Eastbound Palomino.
these fucking, like, you know, go to two doors, go bikes. It wasn't really a thing, like, you know, back in the day.
Well,
Left,
I
West
think,
my
Boulevard.
God. Where the fuck did you come from?
Now going northbound.
I'm
South
so
Rockford Drive.
fucking
Left,
sorry,
disregard
dog.
San Andreas.
no, it wasn't a
That's the
thing
burger
until, you know, the new city.
How many occupants?
But I also think that the 4 doors, there was 4 doors that you could actually beat the cop cars with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that the 4 doors back in the day were stronger than they are now.
I guess that's true, yeah.
If you asked me back then, can I lose AJ Hunter? You know, my cousin. Can my cousin lose AJ Hunter in a Sultan? I'd say maybe. If you ask me if I can lose AJ Hunter in a Sultan now, I'd say fucking hell no. Because the Sultan just isn't, and that's the strongest 4-door, arguably. It just isn't, doesn't compete.
Yeah, not wrong. You gotta look at everyone. I see. You gotta see. Oh shit, there's a lot of cops here.
And I also don't think, you know, you weren't really worried about shooting then either.
Nah.
Oh yeah, let's just roll in the 4-door. If shit pops off, shit pops off. Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? You weren't getting fucking popped in your seat and you're already out of the gunfight in 2.1 seconds.
Fucking rats, bro. Doing a U-turn here? Watch out for spacing.
All units are authorized to pit. All units
I think having the limits would be good for the, like,
we get to a circus here. Let's have proper
one occasion.
and comms here again.
There will be that one time where there's like 15 cops for a fleet and you're like, what the fuck, you know? I think having 8 is good.
Driver, the red car.
Agreed.
And then maybe like no limit on the cars, but just to be done with it.
I think everything as a police officer in the city, it comes to discretion. It comes to, like, you know, like for example, someone hits a ghost local. Are you going to get out and tase them as their vehicle is busted, or are you going to let them like kind of go again? That's just discretion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like you can get out and tase them and never hear a word about like you doing anything wrong. But should you actually do that? That's the question at hand.
Wait for more officers to get here before I pit.
We're not far behind you. If you.
So I think it's a lot of like just kind of understanding, like, hey, like,
yeah,
this is dumb. This isn't dumb.
Westbound South Boulevard Del Perro. Oh my god, I hit a fucking tree.
But I mean, haven't you guys been told, like, if something like that happens, just fucking.
We had a left here.
Oh, ooh, good dodge.
Just let it
Have
play
you guys
out.
been told that? Yeah, just fucking play out. There's not as much like, hey, fucking, take their illegal shit, let them go, as much as it used to be.
Crimson, expect cops to help them if shit gets scuffed, pretty much. I mean, like, if I'm on duty, I 100% will.
I know you will.
But like, no, they shouldn't expect, you know.
Left, and Another left or northbound parallel to
I mean, I remember back in the day, like, motherfucking, like, a car would poof and...
How you think unlimited cops for a Volt
cops,
is
you
good?
didn't have a lockpick, would get you another car and you continue to chase. It ain't like that anymore.
Yeah.
And a secondary 1080 with a black motorcycle, southbound Prosperity
Copy
Street.
that break.
So I don't know, man. I don't know the fix to that part. I think it's more of just kind of like having feel. I
It is
think
a
the
Volt.
police department is finally going in the right direction, though, towards that kind of stuff. You know, even asking these questions is the fucking positive.
Possibly went into an alleyway.
I think the
Yeah.
dumbest thing that was ever mentioned was just don't do crime and you won't have that stuff happen to you. I think that was just
What the fuck?
the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life was whenever I was hearing that kind of shit from people.
Those last known. I have him. Going northbound, movie star way, going towards Light Invader.
Actually, I think 8 cops for a Fleeca max, and then like
Going to you two, man.
12,
No, I'm one.
12 for a Polito is good.
You want to get
Just
cops?
puff cops
Going
a lot.
eastbound Boulevard Del Perro.
Yeah, we'll take secondary. We're a
That
little
would
bit
just be a
behind.
behind.
max,
I think-
so.
Yeah, that will be just like you're not gonna get more than 12 cars at a fucking bank. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's true. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, hey there, fella. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, you know, I'm just peachy, just driving my car.
8 cars, isn't
Was there a
That's not even
problem?
enough. Yeah, I mean, you're running red lights, making illegal U-turns, speeding all over the place.
Oh, geez, the red light. Well, yeah, I was just taking this bad boy for a test drive. I should have probably gone out in the country. That's my mistake, fella.
Is this your car?